With Beau, when he was born, I remember that he wasn't making any noise. There were several doctors in the room and nurses. He looked like he went through 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. He was very bruised and swollen.
When they took him, I didn't get to hold him or anything right away. We knew of small things that were potential issues, but nothing to that scale. And so until he started to really decline, there was always the hope that something would change. Think anything, I guess, until about August, that he wouldn't be there for it, so it didn't make sense for us to postpone it because we assumed he would just be coming home anyway.
There was sort of the signs, what if he was going to pass?
It was a lot of the nurses that were wanting to do something to make the room more special than it was, because I think the original plan was to take pictures outside, but it just wasn't really something he was going to be able to tolerate. And so we just thought that if we could decorate the room or make it special back there somehow so that it didn't feel so much like a hospital, that it would make it more special for them. The suit was Emma and Alex, that was all them. They brought this suit in and it was hanging behind his crib for a month and a half probably, and everybody would walk by and talk about how adorable it was.
There is like a buzz, if I want to call it a buzz, on the unit. People would come in, the nurses come in, are they coming yet? Are they coming yet? So I'm like, I'll let everybody know when they're coming in. So Emma called me they were about 45 minutes to an hour from the hospital just to let me know because I needed to get Beau dressed in his suit.
I think also the fact that they had like the guard of honour, sort of like this, all the nurses and doctors sort of waiting, and well, everyone was interested. Everyone wanted to see what we looked like and what was going on.
But as soon as we walked down D-Pod, all the nurses were there, they were clapping.
When they walked in Pod C, that's where Beau was, it was emotional. It was a nice moment. I think Emma never cried, and that day she cried when she saw the room and Beau.
It was nice, and it was nice to get those pictures with Christina too, because she had him the longest, and probably the most out of all of the nurses. It's nice for us to have those memories of her on that day, because she got him dressed, she did all that stuff, and it was special. It was very special. I don't think I would have been as happy with the whole wedding day if we weren't able to come up here and to do that, because I would have felt like there was just such a big part of who we are missing.
Taking that moment to get away and come back here, that's something even more special. That family bond, the three of us, I think that was probably the best part of the day for me.
Really, they were family to us, especially the ones that we had most regularly. They became our family.
Constantly, it was hard to get her to leave, even
like
to go,
15 hours
to leave to go eat something. We would, always tell her to go and eat, and she wouldn't want to, but we got her to go. Alex worked, so he was here whenever he could, and was here a lot. They were here a lot.
And loved him so much. I mean, they were so affectionate towards him and just so in love with every little thing he did, every sound he made, every pose he did in his little bed. They were just in love with him.
He was so cute.
Despite the problems that he had, to me he was perfect. It was just a blessing to have him in our lives.
He wasn't here for very long, but I think he made a pretty huge impact. He was just a little guy that put a huge dent in everybody's hearts.